Guys, so today we'll be discussing about how to reach Shillong in Meghalaya from Guwahati in Assam. So keep in mind that Assam is the entry point to visit any of the northeastern states in India. So when Shillong is a part of your journey, keep in mind that from Guwahati you have four options to reach Shillong. Number one is by taking the ASTC bus, which leaves in the morning at 7 a.m. Now, this bus can be booked from the counter, from any ASTC counter, or you can book it directly online. The bus costs roughly around 180 to 190 rupees with taxes. The bus leaves in the morning at 7 and reaches ISBT Shillong in the morning by latest 9:30 or 10. It stops once for lunch, early breakfast rather, and then we'll go straight to ISBT in Shillong. But the problem with taking the bus is that you will reach ISBT Shillong, and from there to reach your accommodation, which will be more closer to the heart of Shillong, which is 99.9% Police Bazaar or close to Don Bosco Museum. These places will require you to take a taxi, and a taxi from ISBT Shillong, a small alto which can seat three people comfortably and four if needed, without a carrier, will cost you roughly around 500 to 600 rupees for the entire vehicle. So you'll end up spending around 200 rupees for the vehicle plus another 150 for the taxi to reach your hotel, which will end up being close to 350 400 rupees per person. So my personal suggestion is do not take the bus unless you are someone who wants to take the bus, because ideally the bus is not meant for tourists anymore because everything is far away from ISBT Shillong. The second option is by taking a shared vehicle. Now, these shared vehicles leave from Paltan Bazaar, which is close to the railway station. Now, there are two options. One is to take the one from the ASTC counter, which costs rupees 300 for a sumo. Now, these sumos can fit 10 passengers in the vehicle. So, there's one driver and 10 passengers. So, that makes it roughly 11 people. Now, these sumos will not leave until and unless there are 10 passengers in the vehicle. Per seat is 300. So if you're a group of two people or a solo traveler, this is the best option, provided you're okay sitting with 10 people in the vehicle. It's not a problem. Just make sure you try to get the front seats or the middle row. The back row can be a little bit hard to sit and be comfortable in. Now, if you want to book the entire vehicle, you'll have to pay 3,000 because that's the cost of the entire vehicle. That is for the sumo. If you're a smaller group and you want to go more comfortably, then you have an option of taking a Swift Desire or a four-seater car. Now, these four-seater cars cost 500 per seat and take 4 to 6 people depending on the size of the vehicle. Now, these are more comfortable journeys, but you'll have to spend a little bit more, and I would recommend spending a little bit more for people who want more leg space and are okay with luxury, because 200 rupees really won't matter if you want to go comfortably to Shillong. Now, the journey taken by the Swift Desire, that is a four-seater, by the Sumo is relatively the same because they take around the same time, and they are point-to-point vehicles. They will just take you from Police Bazaar and then they will drop you straight to uh, They'll take you from Paltan Bazaar and drop you straight to Police Bazaar. They will not go anywhere beyond this journey. Along the journey, if your accommodation or your stop comes, they will stop, but they will not go beyond. If you want to go beyond, you'll have to pay them more. Now, which one would I recommend is either of the Sumo or the Swift Desire, the four-seater. That's what my personal recommendation is. Do not take the bus. Now, the fourth option that people have is to directly hire the entire vehicle. Now, hiring the entire vehicle, I would mean is to book a vehicle in Assam, which will do your entire journey, your tourist sightseeing around Cherrapunji, Dauki, Maolingong, and everything that is there to be done in Meghalaya. And if you want to go to Kaziranga and come back, so this would give you a better deal as compared to taking point-to-point vehicles, because by taking point-to-point vehicles, you'll end up paying a higher cost as compared to booking the vehicle for the whole stretch. Now, booking the vehicle for the whole stretch only makes sense if you're traveling with a minimum of two people. If you're a solo traveler, it doesn't really make sense because you'll end up spending a lot of money. And Meghalaya isn't a place which is conducive for solo travelers, because unless you're someone who wants to go biking, there is no public transport which can get you around Meghalaya without having to spend a lot of time traveling from point A to point B. So for the entire journey, if you're planning a 5 or 6 day trip or even a 3 day trip, the vehicle cost will for a four-seater will be anywhere between 3.5 to 4,000, and for a bigger vehicle like a Sumo or a SUV like a Innova will be anywhere between 5 to 7,000 depending on the vehicle type and quality and so on. So decide properly how you want to go. But my personal recommendation is do not take the bus and get to Paltan Bazaar, because that's the epicenter to get all your vehicles to go to Shillong, because there are vehicles leaving every minute to Shillong from there. Get to Paltan Bazaar close to KFC or near the railway station. Just outside the railway station, there is a counter by STC which has these vehicles leaving. You can ask anybody and they'll guide you. Plenty of touts. Do not pay more than 300 for a sumo and 500 for a smaller vehicle. The bus has to be booked online. If you have any queries or doubts about how to reach Shillong, do leave a comment in the comment section and I would be happy to help. Till our next video, stay safe, stay happy, and stay blessed.